Afternoon everybody. Today's the day I do an oil change on Jamila. Not only the belt as well. I've got my son Caleb. He's doing a course in college, engineering course. He doesn't want to be on video because he says someone will see me. But he's got to be doing all the work. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the sun. So we'll do a little video on how we're doing it. So it's easy access to my engine on this one, so this just pulls out like so, and then the step actually comes away on this one. And I've got my diesel heater there, which goes into the vent. I've rigged it so I can just move it out the way to do some maintenance. Got two little clips down here. And job done. I've got full access to the engine now. I didn't get a video on the water pump, so a friend of mine, while I was away, he rebuilt the water pump, put a new shaft in it, new seals. I will put some pictures up afterwards, but you can see the alternator is black, the belt's loose, and it's very flat. So I'm going to take that off, going to give her an oil change. Oil filters down the back there, and it's easy access to this one for the drainer. So first things first, I'm going to run the engine up, run it up for 5 minutes, get that oil nice and loose, and drain it. And while it's draining, then I'll do the filter. Okay, so the engine's been running for about 5 minutes now. Yeah, it's certainly warm enough now. Doesn't need, you don't want it too hot because you end up burning your fingers. Alright, what I'm going to do is see if that'll fit. I really like this idea, the fact that my drainer is right at the front of the engine. I've seen ones where the drainer's right at the back and then they have to have a tool, a suction pump that goes in through the dipstick. Again, you know, that's all you've got, and that's all you've got, but I do like the fact that I can drain all my oil out of this. Okay, so it's a 17 mil on this one. So this was done, it gets done every single year, this. Normally beginning of the season. And there we have it. They only hold 3 litres, these. So I'm going to let that drain out now. No metal bits on the dipstick, not the dipstick, sorry, on the filler. So we're absolutely fine. Well, that was a bit of a disaster. The bucket fell and all my oil has gone into the bilge. If you look down there, I've got some cleaning. No, actually I haven't. Caleb's got some cleaning up to do. So, that went perfectly well. It didn't go well at all. So, this is the fun of YouTube, because they'll give all the good bits but won't put the bad bits on, and this is the bad bits. I started off, my bucket was way too big, okay, so when you see me putting it in here before, yeah, it was great, but then I had to get the bucket out. As you can see, I made a mess. So I'm going to put the bung back in there, give it a good clean, put some pads on, clean the bilge out, and then I'll get back to the filter. Give me 5. I didn't mention I put a new copper washer on it. So yeah, and then I've just got all that bloody cleaning to do. Okay, so my oil filter is just down the back there. So it is quite awkward to get to, but I have got your little tool. Now normally you shouldn't have to use a tool, it should be nipped up by hand and then a little nip. But I'm going to give it a go. Put a pad down there to stop the oil. I have to give it a bit of a clean. And we'll try and get this oil filter off. Right, so I got her off. I had to use the big jaws on it. So that was done on the 25th. I think it was the 5th, 24. So it was definitely due one. So what we do, as Caleb's just pointed out, put it there, just make sure that the O-ring is still on, which it is, and it's not attached to the housing that the filter goes on. This is the new filter. I just put today's date that I'm doing it. And then with this, just put a slight little bit of oil. Now, some people use oiled oil. I like to use clean oil. I don't like putting old oil on a new filter. So I'll just run a little bit of oil around the seal here and throw that back on. So the oil filter's back on. I'm using 1540 mineral, not semi-synthetic or anything like that. These engines don't really like the semi or the fully synthetics. Just pure 1540 good quality mineral oil. So this is what we're going to be using on the md2030. Let's give it a go. So I've just topped it up with oil now. Just going to run it up for a minute so the oil circulates around the engine and it goes into the oil filter. And then I'll do another dip test. Okay, so the oil's back in, just topped it up, level's fine. Now I'm making my way to the belt. You see the belt's pretty loose. I'm going to be replacing this belt anyway. So to do this, it's this 13mm one here, just lacking that off. Now I've only put that on to act as a stop, as a wedge to stop over time the alternator moving back. So that's just like a stop nut really. And then there's the 17mm nut down there at the bottom. So I'll just undo them quickly. Right, so they're undone now. And you can see the alternator's fairly loose. I've just gone there, and then it's just a case of just pulling. Just move that nut back a bit more. Yeah, so that nut's all loose again now. So I should be able to pull on the alternator. There we go. And then the belt just comes off as so. There you go. So it's pretty worn. I'll show you the new belt. So there's the old belt, and there's the new one. So you can see they are quite worn. Got a lot more dominant. So I'm going to throw this on. I'm going to throw that away. I've got another belt, spare belt. I'm going to get this on and adjust it up. Okay, so the new belt's back on. It's a lot tighter than the other one. They say it's about an inch, didn't they, Capes? About an inch, and you can twist it, so that feels nice. Put the lock nut back in there. You see how far the other one had to stretch. Thought it was all the way over here. So yeah, that's on. So I'm just going to run the engine up now, check for any leaks, and we should be all good. And we're all good. That's just a little bit of oil or brake cleaner that I've just cleaned the engine with. We've got no fresh leaks. Belt's nice and tight. So we're pretty good. Thanks guys. Thank you.